What up, peeps and peepettes? MorbTron here, and today we are looking at the Thunderlord exotic machine gun that you can get from Amanda Holiday doing her little quest, tracking down the murderer of Master Ives. So, once you complete all 3 of the time-gated quests, you get yourself, well, this, Thunderlord. And its intrinsic perk is much better than it was in D1. Kills of the weapon generate lightning strikes from above. This thing is an ad-clearing machine. Polygon rifling, that doesn't matter. Armor-piercing rounds, that does matter, because it does cause the bullets to over-penetrate targets, which is really handy for this next thing, lightning rounds. The weapon fires faster and more accurately the longer the trigger is held. Continuous damage generates lightning strikes. So the continuous damage generating lightning strikes is what I find interesting with armor-piercing rounds. You get yourself a lot of big enemies grouped up together, or a ton of little enemies grouped up together, and they are going to be evaporated into piles of ash from lightning in a matter of a second or two. And then Feeding Frenzy kills the weapon, increase reload speed. It's basically like Outlaw, except it does not require a headshot kill for it to activate. Anytime you get a kill with it, you can reload with the Feeding Frenzy, and the reload is very fast. Now, this thing is very fun. It's, of course, the first heavy machine gun we've had in Destiny 2, is the name of this game. And I compared it to the reigning champion for boss damage, the Whisper of the Worm, when it comes to damage. And as you can see here, you know, the Thunderlord can certainly pump out the damage when you're behind either a rally barricade or if you're in a rift with the Warlock boots that give you the same effect. But it doesn't quite beat out Whisper of the Worm as far as damage goes. Now, I'm sure that other people, aka Dado, will do an actual damage review of the weapon, and will tell you exactly what the DPS numbers are, and everyone will be happy. What I can tell you right now is that this weapon, although it does a ton of damage, and is incredibly fun, and is very good at clearing ads, it doesn't do as much boss damage as something like Whisper of the Worm. However, Thunderlord doesn't require you to be accurate, but also you have the drawback then of you will run out of ammo. It does hold 220 rounds for itself in reserves. The only real drawback I see to using the weapon right now is that there aren't supporting perks on any of the armor pieces that either give you more ammo or, you know, there's no scavenger for heavy machine guns either. So what you have is what you have, and hopefully in Black Armory, just a few weeks from now, we'll get some armor that gives us perks for these weapons, and more of these weapons will come out. But what I can say right now, this thing is incredibly fun to use in PvE, but we're going to go over some Crucible clips and then talk about it Crucible-wise. So, in the Crucible, it's a little bit difficult to get used to right away. As you can see here, it's not a god weapon. Someone can still shotgun rush you around the corner and pop you in the face. Somebody can still macro shoulder charge you from across the map, and there's literally nothing you can do about it. There's no way I was going to kill that Titan. But this thing can put in some serious work once you get used to its very sporadic recoil. And the rough thing about the Thunderlord in the Crucible is that its perk, where it gets more accurate over time, you never really get to use. You don't get, you know, unlimited bullets with this thing. You do get 51 if you pick up a break off the wall, but you're just getting into that increased accuracy and fire rate when you're about halfway through your magazine, and you don't want to just be launching off all your ammo all willy-nilly, just in the off chance that somebody walks into your stream of bullets. But if you are close enough to the person and you can flinch them. If you hit them first, the flinch on this weapon is so severe, there's no way you're going to lose. You'll see in these clips here, I'm even taking out people that are using Risk Runner, which is a great way to try to outplay somebody using the Thunderlord, and I commend this person for using that. But you can see here, I pull the Ursa Furiosa Code of the Commander, just to not waste any more of my bullets and try to secure some more power ammo even. But it's a super fun weapon to use in the Crucible if you can get past the fact, words, that it is not a sniper rifle, right? If you are farther away than where I was to that person there, it's going to be hard to actually keep bullets on target, and challenging a super from that distance is just dumb, so I just kind of turn and book it and move on to the next fight. Now, reloading without the Feeding Frenzy perk active, you want to make sure you're really, really safe, because you're very vulnerable when you're reloading this thing without the Feeding Frenzy perk. But we keep going on this tear, and it's good. The weapon is fun to use as long as you can use it in the range that, say, you would use maybe a fusion rifle. I would say this heavy machine gun has about fusion rifle range to it, and if someone is using a shotgun or Telesto, let's say, or another fusion rifle or a sniper rifle, if they get off the first shot, chances are, unless you can outplay them and flinch them into oblivion, that you are going to lose that fight. And Titan, I am sorry, I stole your ammo, but it is in the name of the content. I had to. So, closing thoughts on the weapon. It is very, very fun to use. It is very good. Is it the best weapon in the world? No. But compared to what the Thunderlord was like in Destiny 1, where the Thunderlord was trash, we're doing pretty good here. Doing pretty good. So, everybody can get this weapon. People are going to use the crap out of it in Iron Banner this week. It's okay. You can counter this heavy weapon. It's not as overpowered as something like a grenade launcher, or so nothing's going to like blindside you down a hallway or anything like that either. So, is it going to be incredibly widely used later on after this week of people just wanting to use it? I don't think so. But hopefully we'll see more powerful heavy machine guns come Black Armory. But that is going to be it for this episode. So if you liked it, if you like this style of review, a positive rating is greatly appreciated. If you're new to the channel, you want to see more of my Destiny 2 content, you can go ahead and just give that subscribe button just a little poke for me. But do not forget to have a good day, everybody, and I will catch you all next time.
Zone C captured. Meet the pressure.